So some of you are familiar with a friend of mine who I call Steve. I've made a couple of videos about him on this channel, and he works in a scam call center in India. And one of the scariest scams going on right now is when you get a phone call from the IRS or the Social Security Administration or the Canada Revenue Agency telling you that you owe the government money. Well, that's not the government on the phone. That's a scammer in India. And these scammers are the people that Steve works for.
There was a miscalculation over your tax filing.
And a while ago, Steve contacted me to help people become more aware of what was happening. He was tired of watching people fall for this scam and lose their life savings. And so together, we've been able to warn and save a ton of people from losing tens of thousands of dollars. And if you want to hear about some of Steve's adventures, you can watch those videos that I made. I'll link them down below. But in those videos, Steve was not willing to go public. I had to hire a voice actor to portray him. But today, I'm going to share with you an interview that I recently did with him, and with his permission, to answer all of your most asked questions. All right, so I have some questions to ask. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, sir. How are you? You okay, Ben?
All right, well, I have a couple of questions that people have submitted, and I had over 200 questions submitted, but I'm going to go through some of the most popular ones. So the most popular question that was asked said, ask him what his family and friends think of him as a scammer. If he wasn't a scammer, what would be his dream job? So, what do you think?
Well, I read this message before and I was thinking myself, my girlfriend knows what I am doing for a living. She knows I scam people, but she understands this is a job and it's only temporary. This is not going to be for the long term. But apart from that, nobody else knows what I do for a living. But if you think about my dream job, I would like to have become a doctor or a barrister. And if I was to dream a bit more, then I would like to have been a pilot.
Cool. Next question. Has he ever directed the money straight to himself instead of his boss? Or had them make separate payments so he could get a better cut than what he's paid?
No. They are always listening to the calls, so they will know how far the call is going, and they will be ready to get onto the call themselves.
This is just my question. Do they treat you okay? Do they respect you? Do they treat you decently, or are you pretty much just a peon?
If you are making money for the company, they will treat you with love and respect. But if you are not making any money for the company, then
Gotcha. Here's the next most popular question. How did he get pulled into the scam? Like, how did he get hired through a website or a flyer he found? Also, if he didn't make a lot of money, did he ever do anything on the side to make extra money?
basically how I got into the scamming, I used to work in a genuine call center, and afterwards there was this other call center, and everybody found out there was this call center and they were paying a lot of money. And for the city I was working in them days, to be earning good money was not heard of. But then we went there and we found this job called CRA scam. And when we started doing Canada Revenue Agency scam, it was good, but at the time I did not know this is scam, because they used to tell us, no, this is all right, we are authorized to do this. So after I started doing this, and my first sale after 5 days of working was over $45,000. And when I do this, I was very happy. I do this. I was thinking, yes, I can do this. This is good job. But then after I started doing the job a bit more, and people started crying on the phone and cursing me, I was thinking, this is the wrong job, man.
So
this is bad.
You thought it was legitimate at first.
Yes, because the company said we are authorized to do this. This is what they used to tell all the new employees, that we are authorized.
And so at that point, you could have left, you could have run, but you decided to stick around. Why did you?
Yes, because the money was good.
Is it a lot better than legitimate call centers?
It's double.
Double. Here's another question. Ask how we can better bait these scammers and effective ways on how to make their job harder. Also, ask for any weaknesses and vulnerabilities on how we can better infiltrate them. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Always ask more questions. Keep asking questions. Don't let them ask you questions. You ask the questions.
Does that
And
bug
always,
them?
yes, don't let them talk. You keep talking. And if somebody is asking you that you need to pay now, it's a scam. Because there's no such thing as you need to pay now.
Do you know who Kit Boga is? The guy who pretends to be old ladies and really
Yes,
frustrates.
yes.
Have you ever talked to him, or
Yes.
do you have any coworkers that have talked to him?
No, nobody has ever called like that.
Here's another question. Ask him what is his end goal. When will he feel like he's done enough to repay his wrongs? In other words, when will his right cancel out his wrongs?
Well, sometimes I always tell people this is a scam. I save people with Devin, so I try to weigh up the scale so it's even. I scam people, but I also save people. So I think to myself, yes, I can justify what I am doing, because when you are doing something wrong, you can always justify it to yourself.
My viewers have watched the movies. They've seen how you've been able to save some people from tens of thousands of dollars, but also you have to continue working there. So how do you know who to save and who to scam?
Basically, the people I don't like, who I work with, I save customers.
So if someone that you work with you're not a fan of, you will steal their customers away and ruin the sale for them.
Yes, this is how I do it.
That's clever. This question might come up, but how much longer do you plan on doing this? Are you looking for a way out, or are you going to do this for the foreseeable future?
Right now, because of the coronavirus, India is on lockdown. So they have told us India is on lockdown till the 31st, but we think it will be much longer. So everything is closed.
Tell me what's going on with the coronavirus. What are you seeing with police and people outside?
Police are beating people up now. There was something on the news is tomorrow is going to be more strictness. If you come out, police will arrest you. They are beating people up with sticks, and they are beating up the girls now as well, because the girls were first allowed to get away with it. But I saw a video where the officer is hitting the woman as well for coming outside.
Wow.
They have been given authorization to start arresting people now.
Wow. You said that you scammed someone out of $45,000. This is a question that says, what was his biggest money that he scammed from someone, and if he ever felt bad about it? Was $45,000 the biggest, or have you had bigger scams than that?
It was over 45,000.
Do you have an amount, or just leave
it
at that?
It was over 45,000, but it was below 50,000.
Okay, we'll do the math. Here's the question on everybody's mind. You agreed to do this interview with me, but Will Black says, isn't he going to get killed from doing this interview? I mean, he did say that he couldn't be identified. Also, what could we say and or do to get on every scammer's nerves? You've talked about how you can just ask questions to get on their nerves, but are you afraid that this interview is going to come out? Are you going to get killed for doing this?
No, because we have agreed that you will cover my face, so they will not be able to say this is me.
Will they recognize your voice? I masked your voice in other videos, but I'm not going to do that on this video.
No, because I don't think they will recognize me. They're not, because everything is closed. Nobody's interested right now with what is going on, because there's coronavirus right now.
And are you looking to get out of the scam business? Are you looking to get into legitimate ways of making money?
Yes, I'm looking to start soon. I'm hoping within the next 8 weeks to 12 weeks I can retire scamming.
So you'll be retired from this business.
Yes.
This question says how much he makes on average Do they not understand that as soon as we hear their accent, we'll know it's fake? What makes them feel guilty? Let's answer that first question. How much do you make on average?
Okay, basically you have salary. Salary is mine is $150 every month, yeah. So this is around about 10 to 12,000, I would say. Okay, rupees. From every sale, if I crack say $5,000, I will get 5,000 rupees. So I will get £100 from the 5,000. So whatever you crack in dollars, you will get in rupees.
Would you say that you are good at your job? Are you one of the high performers at the call center that you work at?
Yes, I am. Every month, I am.
You're the employee of the month, huh?
Yeah.
How does it feel? This question says, how does he feel about being hated by honest and hardworking people? How does that make you feel?
Well, I have to say I cannot please everybody in this world. If I try to please everybody, I will not succeed. Whether I do good or bad, there will always be people that will not be happy with me in life. So I try to do some ways by saving people all the time.
You're involved in a telephone scam and you need to hang up. Don't send them any money.
I'm quite thankful that I was able to intervene and help out, and I was quite thankful for him for doing what he does.
So, this is my question, but why did you reach out to me initially? What made you to decide to start helping people when Devin offered to work with you and offered to pay you to save people? What made you want to do that?
Because nobody was taking us too serious. We needed a platform. You was the guy. After watching your Emmanuel videos and all the other videos, just something that came up in my YouTube about scammers, and I clicked on your video, and you was offering people to job work for you, this, that, and I was thinking, this is the guy. He can give me the platform. You was the platform.
Well, it's definitely been an interesting story to tell, I think, and it's given a pretty interesting perspective. You've been featured on the Dr. Oz show, which is popular here in America, and it's been a really, really interesting story.
Yes, I saw it on YouTube.
I wanted to find out who was behind the many calls that I get on my phone each day.
Recently, Ben Taylor's been posting about his relationship with an overseas scammer who claims he now wants to save victims from being scammed.
When I was doing the interview with Dr. Oz, they nearly catch me. They wanted to know who am I talking to, giving all this information. I tell them I am talking to my friend in America. He go today, so I was giving him information. If you get call like this, don't speak to anybody. They said, oh, okay, no problem.
What databases do you use to verify phone numbers and names and addresses and social security numbers? Where do you get these lists?
Basically, we just have the phone number. That is all we have. Everything else is from the customer. Because they ring us, we have the phone number, they say we got call. We say, what is your name? They give us the name. After we say, can you verify your postcode to pull up your file? They give us the postcode. Can you confirm the door number? They confirm the door number or the street number, and that is it. From there you continue. But officially there is no database. We don't have nothing of the customer, just the phone number, but no name.
So when you get these lists of phone numbers, do you buy them from marketing companies, or do you steal them? Do you hack them? When I get those phone calls, how do the scammers get that number?
Basically, is somebody in your country, in America or Canada, he sells it to somebody in our country, and they load it up into the computer, and it's an automatic dialer that calls all these numbers.
I've shared some stories about your experience, about how you've kind of gotten into a little bit of hot water and you've raised some eyebrows of your bosses. Can you talk a little bit about some of the risks and the dangers and challenges that you faced as you've been trying to save people and kind of leak some of this information?
I've been run over. Run over. One of my previous bosses, when I got run over, I broke my leg, so because they ran me over. I was in hospital for like, I would say 1 week. I was in hospital, but my leg was in plaster for like 8 weeks.
Why did they run you over? Did they suspect that you were leaking
Yes, because they
information?
suspect it's me. They suspected it was me, but they cannot prove it's me. I always deny it's me, it's me, it's me. But all I know is I got run over, and I don't know nobody to run me over, so it must be them who run me over.
What should people know if they get a call
Always,
from...
when they get a call, always go with the 1% doubt in your head. No matter how much you believe that this is true, there's always a percentage in your head. Is this true? Go with that. If somebody's asking you that you need to do this now, there is no such thing. A government agency is going to tell you you need to do this now. There is no such thing. So if you ever get a call like this is a scam. Always remember this. It's a scam.
And there you have it. A look inside part of the world where these scams originate. And Steve tells me that as more people become aware of these scams, the people behind them are going to be forced to come up with new and creative ways to trick you. And that's why you need to be on your toes, and that's why you need to ask questions, and that's why you need to talk to your bank before you do anything crazy or dangerous. So I hope that the video helps. If you want to learn more about what kind of scams are going on today, and if you want to know what kind of people are behind the scenes, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time.